هلو دكتور.
هلو، ايه الاخبار؟
كله تمام
Good
الحمد
afternoon,
لله.
doctor.
Good afternoon دكتور.
اه يا دكتور.
هاي، ايه الاخبار؟
تمام الحمد لله.
الحمد لله. Good evening. Thank you for joining. We'll start, inshallah, within 2-3 minutes till some other people are joining. Uh, Sorry, my voice is clear, and do you see the presentation quite well?
Yes, doctor.
Okay.
Yes.
تمام. Welcome to Computer Science Fundamentals 2. Actually, I welcome each and every one of you, but I'll start by something that I do say every semester. We will definitely start as friends and we will end up as close friends. And I mean that we will end up as close friends, inshallah, for many years to go. Yeah. So, so once again, thank you very much for joining, and it's a pleasure for me to be with you this course, inshallah. And I would welcome each and every one of you. So welcome Welcome to Adham, Mustafa, Muhammad, and yes. Welcome to Mariam, and welcome to Ali Yassin, to Adam, to Tamer, to Muhammad Hashish, to Nada Yassin, to Salma Kafafi, Ghada, Yusuf, Abdurrahman Magdi. We have, I think, two Yusufs, Mustafa, Carmel, uh, Yassin, to Rana, to Muntasir, to Zidane. He was with me, actually, like I think few others. To Mariam Magid, to Ahmad Mustafa, uh, to Ikrami, to Karim, to Tayam. So welcome for each and every one of you to CS Fundamental 2. Uh, so I'll begin this lecture with a syllabus, and I think at the middle of this lecture we'll talk briefly about the course in general. Uh, so I always say that everything is just possible. So I mean, don't be disappointed if you in 106 for any reason or another you didn't perform good. This doesn't mean that you will not do uh, uh, do far better in 110. Inshallah, everything is possible, and I do wish all of you the best of luck. So for the course principles, I really hope that all of you, inshallah, will get as uh, as good as good as very high grades, inshallah. I was teaching, as you will know in a moment, I was teaching 106 in the previous semester. And Alhamdulillah, I got very good grades. Actually around 6 to 7 in one section. Of course, 6 to 7 students scored over 100, and actually. Like I believe 12 or 13 students got A. Two of them actually got A minus as well. So it was a very successful semester. I was teaching two sections, and I guess the percentage was plus or minus the same for people who scored in the course over 100. So I trust that you will be the same and far better, inshallah. I do trust that also in this course you will gain so much knowledge. It's a deep course compared to 106. It's deeper, of course, because this is an advanced course of 106. However, together, I think, inshallah, we'll make it as smooth as possible. Uh, I also promise to make it a fun course, to make it as fun as possible. And it's my advice. You're in the first year of the university. It's my advice for people who are pursuing computer science or computer engineering uh, to uh, to actually uh, like what they are doing. And inshallah, the objective will not be only getting high grades. Of course, the objective will to teach you and to make you like computer science, because you will continue other 3 or 4 years studying different subjects. So I really care that you like what you're doing uh, away from grades. Of course, grades are important. However, what's so important is to get high grades, and at the end of the day, you like what you're doing. Uh, I really believe in open communication. So I believe I made a WhatsApp group uh, for all of you. I sent on the Blackboard the link for this WhatsApp group, and I really believe in open communication. So yes, I believe in traditional office hours. However, you can at any time message me privately on the WhatsApp or on public. Depends on the situation, of course. And I do reply as fast as I can. So normally I reply within 5-10 minutes if I have the answer. If I don't have the answer, so I'll tell you that I will provide the answer as soon as possible. So once again, I believe in open communication, and as I said, we're dealing with each other as friends more than a formal relationship between the instructor and the student. So, piece of information about me. I was also studying my Bachelor of Science and Master of Science at EUC. So I really know and understand what you're passing through. So or I hope to provide you my best experience. Of course, I did my doctorate as well. I was teaching since almost 15 years. Uh, I taught at EUC from a year from now, or a year and a half from now. I taught both 106 and 110 as well. So I know what you have taken in 106. I hope very well, and I taught 110 before, and inshallah this semester I will manage to give you the best of what I have learned in 106 and 110. Uh, I taught Master of Science program at different other universities, and I taught in Master of Business Administration program as well. So I have a mix of experience between computer science and between business administration as well. In parallel, and this is my primary job, so I teach as a part-time faculty. I'm not a full-time faculty. I teach I work in National Bank of Egypt since very few years ago, and I am the chief architect of the bank. And what does this entail? This entails that I do design all the products and services that the bank is offering. This is from the technology level. This is number one. And number two, I build the infrastructure of the bank, the networking, the servers, how they are connected with each other, etc., etc. So I make hopefully designs that increase the bank's revenue. This is number one, and number two. Increase joyful customers, I mean delighted customers for the bank. And number three, I try to minimize the expenses that the bank is doing to deliver new products and services. So in short, in order not to complicate you, I always seek that the customers of the bank are happy, and I seek that the bank doesn't pay lots of money to deliver its new services. This is my email, and formally, The best time to contact me is from 4 to 8. This is formally. However, I told you that informally you can speak to me on WhatsApp, and if WhatsApp at uh, at some situation is not is limited, so you can talk to me over the phone. However, you have to tell me something like this in order to have some time for you, some quiet time for you. We can arrange definitely Zoom meetings, and we can meet in the university or outside the university. Currently, we can't meet at inside the university. Hopefully, we will meet inside the university, but I am really open to meet outside the university if the situation is really urgent and critical. And I did this previous semester with some students that were having some troubles with the course. So sometime face-to-face communication is really efficient. So that's about me. Actually, your teaching assistant is graduate assistant is Shihab. He has worked with me over the past 1.5 years, and this is his email. By the way, you don't have to write anything unless you need to take something extra as notes, and he will give you what's so called a hidden lab. What's a hidden lab? Actually, a hidden lab is 1 hour each and every week, starting from next week, and he will practice with you actually what you have taken in the course. And this is an ungraded lab, which is called a hidden lab. However, you take a 1 credit lab, I think, with either Dr. Aya or Nada, I believe, or someone else. And this is a 1 credit lab. It has somehow different material, but some of the material that you will be taking on the lab will help you significantly in the project that you are doing. And actually, if you understand what's going on in the course, definitely, or I believe that you will do very good in the lab, because I teach you uh, foundational topics, and in the lab they quite teach you some advanced topics or supplementary topics that I do not teach. So if you're good at the course, this means that you will be good at the lab, and you will not be good at the lab if you're not good at the course as well. So they are somehow interrelated with each other. However, I really advise you to concentrate on the lab. Why? Because there's something related to your project that you will study in depth in the lab. Once again, the hidden lab, we are delivering the same content by the assistant with different examples. Of course, he will re-explain to you the concepts of some of the concepts in this course. He will give you some exercises to solve other than assignments, and of course, this is not graded. And he will help you to write good code and to design as well in to design before writing a code, and I will speak about designing after a while. So he will help you so much to excel in this course. So what are the times of the lab? The assistant will give you a survey to choose what is the best time for you. Of course, I am teaching 2 sections, so you are welcome. You are welcome to attend either with Shihab or with Mariam, who is the assistant for the other section. You are welcome to attend here or there. Of course, I do advise you, of course, to attend with Shihab, and Shihab will deliver 1 hour, maybe on Sunday, any time that we agree on, and he will have another time slot that he will repeat what he has been teaching for you on Sunday. So there will be 1 day and another day that he will be teaching he will be repeating the same content again. And of course, Mariam will do the same. So Adham is having a question. So please, Adham, speak or chat. So anyone wants to speak, that's fine. Anyone wants, this is in general, wants to give a chat, so please chat. So Adham, please speak.
I have a question. Do we have to attend the lab conducted by Shihab? Is the attendance graded?
Well, the attendance is not graded. This is the answer. However,
Mhm.
you have to. Uh, why you have to? Because it is a review of what we have been speaking about in the course. So I really recommend. It's a very high recommendation to attend either one of the two sessions that he is explaining. It's a very high recommendation to attend because he is giving you other examples other than what I am giving you. So it's really critical to attend. That's for your benefit at the end.
Okay.
So, however, I have more 3 students that they want to speak, so please do.
I have a question, please. Is the lab you're talking about the same lab we signed in like for Tuesday on 8:30? Or is it another
Uh,
one?
it is the same lab that you signed for 1 credit, yes?
Yes.
Yes, no, it's not the same. This is like I explained, this is a hidden lab, and this is taught by the graduate assistant of the course. However, there's another lab in which you have registered formally that is graded by Dr. Aya or Nada or someone else, I believe. So this is graded and contain different materials other than the material I am teaching in this course. The lab by Shihab is the same material. The lab by Dr. Aya or Nada, it's a different material and it is graded. The purpose of the hidden lab actually is primarily uh, to help you be stronger in the course. And the other lab, it's graded. This course is a 3 credit course, and the lab, the normal lab is 1 credit course. The hidden lab is 0 credit. This is just made for your benefit after all. Okay.
Okay, thank you, doctor.
Okay. Thank you. Who else have a question? Okay. So I am safe to continue. So for the exams and the assignments. By the way, you can in the lecture in general you can interrupt me anytime. I don't feel irritated or confused because you interrupted me. So interrupt me anytime for whatever number of questions that you might have. So for the exams, we're having 2 midterms, and if the circumstances arise that you need a makeup, so I'm flexible to make a makeup. Why did I say so? Actually, sometimes you didn't perform well in midterm one for a reason or another, but the most obvious reason actually is that you're not adapted to the style of the course. So previous semester, I was surprised actually. They did good in lots of students did good in midterm one. However, few students did so bad, and I made a makeup, and those students who who were very bad, actually they got quite okay, and the good students attended the makeup. Actually, they were they did also very well. So at the end of the day, it was a win-win situation. So the good students became much better, and the other students actually became also okay. So at some circumstances, I am flexible to do a makeup, and the makeup is definitely optional. It's definitely optional. You're welcome to attend or not to attend if you're satisfied with your grade. Before the midterm, I usually send to you review questions that you have to answer, and answering the review question is for your benefit, of course. It's ungraded, of course, and you can, this is primarily for training you for the midterm, or for one of for the midterms, and for the final. Before the final, I usually do a mock-up exam. What's a mock-up exam? I do two mock-up exams. It's actually like it's actually very similar to the final exam. So I put you on the circumstances very similar to the final exam, and you're also very free to answer or not to answer. But of course, it's highly advisable to answer the mock-up exam in the time I am telling you to answer. The final exam, it's not decided either it's face to face or online. This will come up when we advance in the course, and this is at the end of the day the department decision and or the university decision as well. For the midterm, at previous semester, one of the midterm was face to face, the other was online, and the final was face to face. However, still it's undecided what we will do in the midterm. So when time is due, I will tell you what's going to happen. But very likely that one of the midterms at least to be face to face. So Muhammad, you're having a question? Muhammad? Muhammad Farghali?
I have a question. In the on banner it says it's partial face to face.
Yes.
So after February ends, will we be going onto campus like regularly or
Well,
just sometime?
I seriously don't know, Muhammad, about this. Actually, it's university decision after all. Uh, However, uh, I will be glad. I will be glad. What I was asked for before the semester starts is to give how many times do I want to meet with students. So I said 15 times, and actually this markup this makes one lecture that is online and the other lecture that is face-to-face. What will happen, I really don't know, Muhammad, whether this continue or not. But in general, what's your preference, actually? So let me hear from you, just in case that I was asked again. So should I go for online or should I go for one face-to-face and the other online?
One face to face and the other online for me.
Yeah,
And for
One
me as
face to face and the other online.
yeah, I think this is for most of you. I mean, and yani, uh, away from health situation, so I do prefer uh, to know all of you in on person, and I believe at the end of the day, yani, it's more effective. So let's hope and pray God that situation of COVID enhances so that I will see and I would love to see all of you actually face to face, inshallah. Okay. So for the assignments, we hope to make 8 assignments, plus or minus. Uh, in last semester, I promised them to make 7 assignments, and we make 6. It's not a competition and it's not a race. So if time allows, we'll make 8 assignments. It's not the end of the world to make 7 assignments or even 6 assignments. I mean, but if we make 8 assignments, I do promise you to drop 1 assignment or 2 assignments that are considered the lowest grades for you. So the more we make assignments, the more I can drop the lowest grade for you. So at the end of the day, making more assignment is your benefit after all. For the first 1 or 2 assignments, I or the assistants or both of us will have what's so-called assignment explanation. When you are really new at 110 and I believe at 106, when you were taking 106, I did make some assignment explanation session. At the beginning of the course, it's really helpful to make some assignment explanation session to give you some high level guidance and stuff like this. And to help you perform the assignments in a very good way, I hope, inshallah. So for the grading part, actually this is a sample of a standard grading scheme. It's a sample. What does this mean? This means that I do apply a curve. And I repeat, I do apply a curve. So Tamer, please speak.
Doctor, what's the grade distribution?
The grade?
Distribution.
Yeah, it's coming in the next slide. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So I do apply a curve. At the end of the day, I am obliged to a certain ceiling for the A and A minus. This doesn't mean that the ceiling is 1A or 2As or 3As or 4As, but at some point in time there's a maximum ceiling that I can put as an instructor in order not to have inflated grades. And actually, my students, alhamdulillah, they were absolutely good. Previous semester, and I believe that some of them are in this course, not a lot of them, but some of them in this course, and some of them in this section actually they performed, like I said, over 100. So So I had one student who scores 109 and 106 and stuff like this. It was really good. So the A was from 94. So what should I do? I have a ceiling after all, and the A minus was from 91, I believe, or something like this. So, however, what if la qadar Allah, bad things happen and no one scores over 90? So at the end of the day, I lower the grades for the A and the A minus, and here we go. However, what if lots of students got so high marks? Does this mean that the B will become from 85? The answer is no. The B will remain despite anything from 80, 81, 79, something like this, despite the fact that there are lots of people that are scoring over 94. So at the end of the day, I make what's beneficial for you. Whatever I can give for you, I give. Of course, you help me to achieve this part. Previous semester, I had very few students that scored below the C. So there were around 4 or 5 students, I believe. I had no Fs, of course, except for one person in the 2 section that he didn't attend the midterm and he didn't attend the final. So it was very natural that he will get he was F, of course. But other than this student, I had no Fs in my course, very little Ds, and I believe 1 or 2 C and C minus. This is in 65 students in 106. So I hope the same for you, and I wish the same for you. For the grading distribution, first, this is a sample grading distribution. Why this is a sample? Because I might apply, and this is for your benefit, I might apply some plus or minus percentages at the grading items. So the assignments constitute 20%. The project, which is a very critical part in this course, is 20. Midterm 1 is definitely 15%, because I am considering that you are new to the course, and I do wish that I do expect that you're not so perfect from midterm 1, so it's 15%. Midterm 2, 15, 17%, 18%, something like this. The final is 25%, and the participation is between 5 and 8%. If you sum up this, it will become over 100. And for the participation, some students might get 8 out of 5 or even 9 out of 5, because I believe in active participation, despite the fact that you will answer right or wrong. I don't care. At the end of the day, you will get some sort of a bonus, and then I will add the bonuses for you at the end of the semester, and then I will give you 1%, 2% bonus, 3%. Of course, you have to attend, and attendance by itself gives you certain percentage, and I will give you a sheet, a Google document, so that you yourself will record your attendance. I don't have time to record your attendance. However, what's graded is participation. And of course, attending helps you in that direction. I do encourage all of you to participate. Whatever you say is considered for me a participation, whether it's right or wrong. For the project, actually, the project will be slightly before the mid of the semester, you are allowed to have 3 or 4 members in the project. It's a critical item. Once again, I can increase its percentage or any percentage of the grade plus or minus in a small percentage. So the project might be 22, might be 20, might be it might be increasing. Why I'm doing so? Once again and again, I am doing so for your benefit. I am doing so for your benefit. So Abdurrahman is having a question, and I'll speak more about the project.
How dependent is this course to CS 106?
I'll answer this in a very short while, Abdurrahman, inshallah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. The project is a critical item, so so if you really excel in the project, I mean, you somehow to get a good grade, because the project will contain each and every concept that you have taken in 110. So if you do very good in the project, you are assured of a good grade in the course in general. And I do know some people that the project actually it's a personal choice, but they killed themselves in the project. And I believe one of them was in the B plus, and because he did extremely good in the project, he scored with A. So it's a very critical item that I really advise you to take care of. And it's a group project. However, at the presentation, I will ask each one individually what did he do, and I will examine he or she in what he or she. So at the end of the day, it's a group project. However, it has to have an individual contribution. So for the course tools, of course, we will use Zoom. We will use Blackboard. I will upload the lectures. I will upload the books, the PDFs for the books. I will upload the notes, any course materials, the assignments, the test on Blackboard. And at the end of the day, all your grades will be on Blackboard for midterms, for final, for assignments, for project, and even the letter grade I posted 2 days before posting on Banner, because when I post on Banner, khalas, that's it. So I post it on Banner, and then you accept or you complain, we review your grade, something go up, something whatever, and so Blackboard, you see all your grades for the course. If you don't know what's Dropbox, actually Dropbox is an application that exists on your mobile and on your laptop as well. And actually, after installing Dropbox, it becomes as part of your file explorer. This is the normal file explorer, and I sent all of you who are in this course an invitation to the course folder after you install Dropbox. If you didn't install it, and accept my invitation, so you will see a folder that I have shared with you. So it's called the CSCE 110 Students Spring 21. It will contain the assignments, it will contain the participation and the attendance sheet, it will contain the PDF for the books, it will contain sample and lots of codes that you might be using. It will contain the class list, it will contain the lectures, and actually for this semester I posted my old PowerPoint presentation. You will find it, and there's a folder here for my my presentation. So this, I have now 4 presentation. Of course, everything will go also to Blackboard as well. So you will find everything related to the project inside the Dropbox folder. I really advise you to install it, and you will find the link here to for the YouTube to help you to install it. So uh, uh, this is regarding Dropbox. If you face any difficulty, just let me know. Actually, this lecture and all lectures for this section and the other section, they are recorded, okay? And I really advise you to attend the lectures, of course. Why? Because usually when you listen to a recorded lecture, you actually drink your favorite cup of tea and your favorite coffee, and you're relaxing and you're almost sleeping. So, and this is all of us, not related to you. Even my boys do the same. So, so at the end of the day, I have a private channel where on YouTube, I will send you after the lecture, maybe one day after or the same day, I will send you the recorded lecture. Everything in this course is recorded for you and for the other section. Okay. So this is basically on YouTube. Actually, the project, you will design something that do have a graphical user interface. What's graphical user interface? It's basically buttons, scroll bars, text boxes. We might require you to do a game as well. And this is not rocket science. All my students did a game before, and I will let you see the game that they have done. So there are graphics libraries that work with Visual Studio, of course, and the name is Qt and the name SFML. Most likely we'll use Qt, and at the lab and at the hidden lab as well, you will learn how to use Qt to build graphical user interface. Uh, and for the project, actually we're somehow selecting some ideas to give you for you to do at the project, like doing something on a very smaller scale like Uber, doing something like Expedia that help you search for tips and reserve a hotel or a flight or something like this. So there are so many ideas at the very first moment, and don't panic. All my students actually did something very good in previous semester. You don't have to panic at all. Everything, inshallah, will be easy as far as you practice well. Of course, you can do you can code in Visual Studio, in code blocks, in Xcode for Apple. You can select the editor you want, and you can select the operating system you want. You can select Windows, which is easier. You can work for Linux. That will be very helpful for your upcoming courses. I don't have any restriction on the tools that you are going to code in. However, if you were using the online compiler, you have to stop using it because for this course you are required to use primarily Visual Studio or similar editors for a reason or another that we will explain later. Also, we will use this course is about two things: about design and about coding. So if you want to have a building, you have to design it. You have really to design it. And then you have to build. And it's very similar. Now it's unlike 106 actually. you were coding immediately. Now you will not be coding immediately. You have to design, you have to put classes and the relationship among classes, and we will see something like this in the upcoming slide. And at the end of the day, you have to code. So for designing classes and their relationship, you have to use what's called UML, Unified Modeling Language. Don't be panic that you have new terms. We will say those new terms again and again and again over the course. I'm just giving you a high level understanding. For the books, we will use Savage, and we will use another book that I found so helpful. It's called Islam Malik. You will find the PDFs of the books actually in Dropbox folder or on Blackboard. Do you have to read the books? The answer is no. However, it is recommended to have an in-depth material from the books whenever you want. However, as you see, my lectures are a little bit explanatory, and if I got something from the internet, like presentation, like paper, PDFs, I do post them on Dropbox and Blackboard as well. There are some supporting books that available on the internet, and I put them on a folder for you as well, and you might be using them for the project. Okay. So if you don't know, there are C++ language examples, syntax, lots of code exists at those sites. So sometimes, I mean, lots of time, I don't teach in 110 every command and every instruction, everything. So you will have online help for C++ at c++.com, Geeks for Geeks, tutorial points, and programmers.com, and there are other few sites. So you always search while you're doing your assignment about certain syntax, about certain library that we may not explain in class. So at this point, let me pause for 20 seconds if you have any questions so far, because I will explain a little bit more on what we will be covering for the course. So I'll pause for 20 seconds in case you have any question. Don't be shy of any question. Just ask whatever you have in mind. Everything is pretty clear?
Yes.
Yes, doctor, thank you.
Yes? No questions so far? You're happy?
Doctor, I have a question. Good.
Okay, thank you, Tayam. Your name is Tayam, yes?
Yes.
Yes, so I spell it right.
Yes.
Okay, okay, Tayam, you can go.
I took the CS 106 like 2 semesters ago, and I forgot all about it.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm worried about the course for now. Yani, is it okay? Or I have to revise the whole.
Yeah.
whole
My answer will be in the next slide, Tayam.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, no other question? You don't want to make me rest for a while? That's okay. Okay. So from 106, what you need to review. First, the good news that you will know what to review. But there are 3 topics that actually you have to review. And those topics, classes, and depend on your instructor. I mean, different instructor go in depth little or high at classes. The bad news that you have to live with pointers because starting from a month and a half from now, we will be dealing with pointers a lot. I know this is a bad news for you, but don't worry. The other bad news that you have to know what the recursion is all about. Arrays and files, you have to know arrays and files in a moderate way. Type, is this a bad news? No, it's not bad news. I am just letting you expecting what's going to happen. Also, I will give you an assignment, and it is a graded assignment actually, to oblige you, معلش سامحوني, to review 106. So it's a graded assignment, and I will give you an assignment about classes, pointers, and recursion, and I will help you to do this assignment in a good way. So assuming Tayam, that you forgot all about 106, you will be obliged to remember what's 106 about. What you have to do now is nothing. Just review the lectures with me. I have also
Okay.
2-3 lectures going ahead to review 106. So I'll review most of 106 with you, in addition to the assignment, in addition to the lecture that I am going. So so from next lecture, the one after, and maybe the one after, we will review 106. So you don't have to worry, and you will have an assignment, and everything, inshallah, will be as perfect as possible. So Tayam, did I answer you?
Yes, yes. Okay, thank
Yes,
you so much.
Abdurrahman, you were Adham or Abdurrahman, you were having some questions?
Yes. I just wanted to make sure, by files you mean the I/O stream, the
And
F
the F
stream, the
stream,
off
yes.
stream, and saving
Yes,
to
yes.
file and reading from file.
Yeah, and don't worry about this. I will review files with you. Next lecture, I will start from files. Sorry, I will start from variables. And for 2-3 lectures, we will end up with recursion, files, classes, and 2D arrays and pointers and all the good topics, actually. So you don't have to worry about this. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
By the way, we will finish this lecture a little bit late. So I appreciate your patience with me, but this is غصب عني, because I have to give some high-level things for the course as well. So we'll finish inshallah by 6:20, 6:25, I believe. Okay, so from 106. You might have done some mistakes. First, not concentrating on the project, if your course have a project, of course. However, in this course, you have to concentrate on the project. You have to practice a lot. This 110 has more topics than 106, okay? And here you have to do some time management. So for the project, some people started with the project maybe 20 days after I have given the project, and it was a disaster. When I give you a project, then you have to start immediately with it. You have to do some time management. Some people are having questions, please do.
دكتور عندي سؤال بس، هو البروجكت جروب ولا individual؟
لا حبيبي, it's a group between 3 and 4, and I might make it 4 actually.
تمام, thank you دكتور.
بس في الآخر يا كريم, you have to each one has to have his own part. One of the problems that I faced the previous semester, إنه there were some people who didn't do anything in the project, and they were expecting to get the same grade as the other people who did everything. From now, everyone has to contribute on the project, and everyone in the project might or might not receive the same grade. Okay, this is fairness, and I faced it with few groups. However, if all of you worked plus or minus the same, I mean plus or minus that if يعني you do what you can, but there might be one student who is doing a little bit more. He is passionate about coding. Okay, good luck for him. He will get, but all the project will get will be on the same grade. But I mean, this is just an example. If Karim did 50% of what Adham did, then Karim will get 50% less than Adham. So this is just fairness. So it is a group project to let you think together as a group, but everyone has to do as much as possible equal contribution. I am okay to that someone will do a little bit more, but I'm not okay that someone will do all the project and the other people will be just watching him or her. Please attend actively, and I repeat, please attend actively. It's a golden chance to understand anything that you are missing. Review exercises before the midterm is important. So I'll have one of my ex students at 106. She is here. Anna, are you with us?
Yes.
No, there's another Anna that was with me.
That's me.
Yeah, so Anna. Those are the learned lesson. Can you add more learned lesson based on your experience?
I don't think I have anything else to add.
Okay, thank you very much, Anna, and inshallah everything will go fine. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
So, giving you a sort of high level knowledge about what we will be studying. Actually, this course we will study 3 things in depth. We will study what's so-called OO design and programming, object-oriented design and programming. We will study data structures, and we will study algorithms. Okay. We will get to know what's data structure, what OO design, and what's algorithms. We know, but we will review what we know about algorithms. So we will have 3 topics. We will have 3 big topics, and each one of those topics will have between 5 and 6 lectures. So data structure, 5 lectures. Data structure and algorithm will have 5 lectures. Maybe OO design and programming will have another 5 lectures, and this is the course, plus or minus, of course. So let's see what everything is what. So algorithm. What's an algorithm? An algorithm is a solution for a given problem. And the algorithm is translated into programs, 1 program, 2 programs, into functions, 1 function, 2 functions, 3 functions, zillion function, etc., etc. So the algorithm is step-by-step instruction to achieve certain objectives. So if we pick Google Map, for example, Google Map has lots of algorithms, and each algorithm has lots of functions and lots of classes and stuff like this. So for example, there's an algorithm to tell you that certain area is congested. There's an algorithm to tell you what is the shortest distance between Rahab and Masr Jadida. Okay. There's an algorithm in Uber to tell you whether there are cars or there aren't cars that are available. And there are algorithms for payment. So at the end of the day, the algorithm is 1 function, lots of functions, 1 program, lots of programs. Okay. So this is basically an algorithm, and you will find around you many applications that have complicated algorithms. Google search, actually, this Google search is dependent on an equation by two geniuses. At the end of the day, it's an equation that let you search in less than a second billions of documents. Okay. In 106, we were concentrating about coding, about getting it right. This is 106. We are concentrating on correctness. My friends, now you are concentrating more on time efficiency. So Rana is better than Adham because Rana wrote an optimized piece of code or an optimized class or an optimized function. Yeah, I'm just giving an example. Rana is not better than Adham or anyone is better than anyone else. Yeah. So your skill here at 110 is to write a fast function, a fast algorithm, okay? And then there's another criteria for good algorithm, that the algorithm should run with a minimum space on the hard disk. We don't really care about this in this course. So what we care a lot, that you write fast algorithm, and there are measures to know whether your algorithm is fast or not fast. So this is an example of a really fast algorithm. And if you look at this blue black algorithm, actually the objective of this algorithm is to find the shortest distance between, you will not see it, between two gain points. Now you will see the line, and this is the shortest distance between two lines. Actually, if you apply traditional algorithm to know the shortest distance between those 2 points, traditional algorithm, that you search each and every point, this algorithm might not end in months or years, or might not end at all. However, once again, there are algorithms that are really fast to know the shortest distance between 2 points, and this is like Google Maps, of course. You know the shortest distance in nothing, and this is not only because Google has very large servers. No, you might have the largest servers on the world. However, at the end of the day, you will end up that your algorithm is slow. So the best thing is to have fast algorithm. By the way, this Pac-Man game, it was the game for the project for 110 1 year ago, and actually many people, not many people, 100% of the students, they have done the game. But what's very there are some groups that scored over 100 in the project. Why? Because they did this this game so that it has some level of difficulty. So it finds and catch Pac-Man by the opponents in nothing, in no time actually. Okay. So if you think if you see this game, how do you think this is working? Just give me some idea. How does the enemy catch Pac-Man? So any idea?
I can say.
Yes, Mustafa, you can
using the Dijkstra, I guess.
Yeah, you're so advanced, Mustafa. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. By the way, the algorithm you're saying is exactly this algorithm. Even this is an optimized algorithm than the Dijkstra. Okay. So anyways, what's for everyone, what's the Dexter means? If you know.
I've never heard of this. to be honest.
Excuse me?
I've never heard of this algorithm, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yes. You shouldn't heard. Mustafa is advanced, so he heard before, yeah. But anyways, even if you know or not knowing, so Adham, how do you think that Pac-Man is caught by the enemy, in your opinion? Yeah, just observe.
هو أنا شايف إن I'm
You
not,
can
I'm
speak
not,
in
I'm
Arabic.
not sure.
That's okay. That's okay. If you
عشان
want to
we
express
have
your
like
ideas.
international students بس I don't want to be like unfair بس once يعني Pac-Man eats the dots دي مثلا البروجرام بيعرف هو أكل الدوتس دي فين وبعدين بيحرك الجوتس.
Yeah, you're fine. By the way, Mustafa got a bonus. You Adham got a bonus. By the way, I will give you a Google sheet so that you record your bonuses. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Someone else want to speak?
Yes.
Yes, Mustafa.
I think the algorithm is like finding the shortest path between Pac-Man and the monster.
Yeah,
they're
that's
like-
great. Indeed.
Whenever the user chooses an option for Pac-Man to move to, the algorithm like updates to the new point of Pac-Man
Yeah,
and moves the
exactly.
monster.
Exactly.
So,
From whom you did take 106?
Dr. Nouri Sak.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, so actually, indeed. So two other students want to comment actually. So please do. You got a bonus also, Mustafa. So two other students want to
Well,
comment.
I was going to say that it has some sort of tracking system for the Pac-Man, but I don't know how exactly it does it.
Yeah, it's this is yeah. Okay, you get a bonus also, Abdurrahman. Who else want to speak?
Doctor, I think I heard of an algorithm called Dijkstra's algorithm, which is the
Yeah.
short.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's Dijkstra, of course, and there are another algorithm which is optimized than the Dijkstra. It's called A star, and this is what you have seen here. Yeah.
I think the algorithm also here is whenever the ghost like come near Batman, the Pac-Man, it eats him. It doesn't pass him. Like
Yeah,
this
this is another algorithm, Muhammad. You get a bonus. So whoever speaks get a bonus. That's okay. So Muhammad actually right. This is called a collision handling. So that when you have Pac-Man and the enemy on the same cell, they collide together. Okay, this is collision handling. Yes, Tayam?
I was going to say that the ghost doesn't eat the coins or these
لا,
stuff. I don't
it
know whether
does
it
eat.
is لا the ghost the coins or the
Yes, that's true.
I'm asking if it is an algorithm or not.
You're asking what? Sorry, I missed.
It is an algorithm or not.
That the ghost eats Pac-Man?
لا eats the coin يعني these coins.
No, eating the coin is a third algorithm. So we know about collision handling. There's another algorithm that is for eating
them inside the
yes,
box.
exactly. And there's another algorithm for tagging them. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Who else want to speak?
يا دكتور هو برضه مش بيبقى فيه ماب بتتعمل عشان البوردرز والحتت اللي يمشي فيها والحتت اللي لا.
Yes, Kaim. Yes. You get a bonus. Okay.
Thank you, doctor.
The map is what, Kaim? Do you think what is the map in terms of it's what?
I think we'll use
1D array, it's 2D arrays, it's what?
I think it will be a graph.
It's a graph. Yes, that's right. And it can be a 2D array as well. But it's a graph. Yes. Okay. Who else want to comment?
Can I say something?
Yes, sure.
I think I have to say. I think when Pac-Man eats like the last point he ate, maybe the ghost go on this location. That's one.
Yes.
And the other thing, the way the ghosts look when they go to the right or to the left or up or down, it's always changing. Is this an algorithm?
Yes, that's right.
Hmm.
That's very right. Thank you, Adham.
Yeah.
Who else want to speak about Pac-Man?
I think there's also one more algorithm, just as the one computing the shortest path. I guess when Pac-Man eats something, the ghosts have another algorithm to run away from Pac-Man himself. So there must be another algorithm for that.
Well, it's not really an algorithm, but actually, what's being done is that whenever the ghost eats Pac-Man, that the algorithms go random ways. Okay, and I'll tell you something.
No, I don't mean when the ghost eats Pac-Man. There's something that Pac-Man eats that makes the ghost like run away from Pac-Man himself.
Yeah. This is the apple. Yes.
Yes.
The apple or the cherry. Yes. Of course. This is another algorithm. And it got invocated when it eats Pac-Man. When the Pac-Man was eating. Can anyone think why do we have 4 ghosts?
To increase the possibility of catching Pac-Man?
Yes, that's true in principle.
This is the normal
think,
game. It has
to
4
increase
bosses.
the level of difficulty, I think.
It increases the level of difficulty, but actually you
Each
can
ghost has its own algorithm.
It increases the possibility, of course. So one ghost will apply, like we said, the shortest distance between where Pac-Man is and where is the enemy. The other one will move randomly. يعني هيجيبه بالحظ. خلاص. The third one actually will move in slightly different algorithms than the shortest path. So يعني انت في الاخر عايز تصطاد Pac-Man in a way or another. فبتعمل some variations of the algorithm for the shortest path. وفي algorithm بيخلي Pac-Man يتحرك بعشوائية. فبالتالي it got caught. That's why there are 4 ghosts. Okay. Anyone wants to speak?
I wanted to ask something, please.
Yeah.
So if the map is a 2D array, does that mean that each little like grid on the 2D array is a Boolean saying whether it's a wall or a corridor?
Yeah, that's great, Yasin. That's great, Yasin. Who you were taking 106 with whom?
With Dr. Reda.
Yeah, sure. That's fine. You get a bonus also, Yasin. Yes, really. It is a Boolean, yes, 1 or 0, so that whenever you eat a point, so it actually the 1 will become 0 and the 0 will become 1 as well. So thank you, Yasin, for this.
So is he talking about the points that Pac-Man eats that disappear after he eats it? Well, he's talking about the spaces between the walls and wood walls.
Yasin, you might explain what you're saying, but I guess yes.
I was just saying that the Pac-Man and the ghosts know whether it's a wall or a corridor based on like each grid of the 2D array is a Boolean that represents, for example, 1 as true if it's a wall or 0
exactly.
if it's a corridor.
Because imagine Yasin and Adham and everyone, you click you click a cursor to the right. So before moving Pac-Man, you have to check if it collides with a wall. This means it's a 1 at the 2D array, or 0, whatever you want. Or is it a wall or it's a point? Yes. So this is part of collision. This is part of also collision detection with the wall. This is algorithm 1. With another Pac-Man, with a ghost, this is collision 2. So there are a big algorithm here for collision detection. So there are many collisions that are there. Collision with the wall and collision with the outer space. So I mean, you move the cursor here, assuming that Pac-Man is here, and you go to the right. There's a collision detection that tells you this is the outer space of the game. Okay.
Doctor.
Yes.
Is there like some kind of algorithm so that the game only ends if Pac-Man gets eaten, or if Pac-Man like collects all the points?
Yes, that's great. This is another algorithm. Okay. The bad news that I will not give you Pac-Man for the project. I may give you another game. By the way, I will give you 2 or 3 ideas, and you have to choose between one of them. I'll try to have one of them as a game. What I have in mind is to make a smaller application like Uber or something that's called Expedia. So anyways, the idea of the project, I will make it as interesting as possible, and at the end of the day, not really so challenging. I don't want you to score good in this course and not good in other courses, but it should be something that is at the end of the day fun and slightly challenging as well. Okay, so let's move. So the data structure, it contains 2 words, the data and structures. The data is just fact. Okay, fact. And the data structure is a relationship between those facts. So the fact is that Yasin, Abdurrahman, Adham got 90, 95, 98 in the exam. This is a fact. But how is the data organized? The data organized in an array, starting from Yasin, who got 98, then Adham, who got 95, and then Abdurrahman, who got 92. So it is from the highest mark to the lowest mark. This is called a data structure. So it embodies a relationship between data elements. At 106, we studied arrays, single dimension, 2 dimension, and possibly multi-dimension. I don't think anyone covered multi-dimension in 106. However, in this course, you will cover trees, you will cover graphs, you will recover stack and queue, and you will study linked list, which is primarily very similar to an array, but it's made of pointers and not made of a normal array that consists of variables that are having certain structure in memory. So a linked list is very similar to an array, but it's made of pointers. Anyways, we will have lots of lectures about lists, about lots of trees. At the end of the course, we will have graphs, and the graph looks like this shape. Once again, I want you to know now that the data structure is a relationship between data elements, So data structures, and we will get to know tree like now. So if you look at this white thing out here, we have 2 titles, binary search and sequential search. and just by observation, the binary search is faster. It is trying to locate the element 37 in, it locates the element 37. I am looking for the element which is 37, and it locates the element in 37 in just 2 steps. And after it locates the element of 37, the sequential search is still looking one after another. 1, are you 37? No, I'm not 37. 3, are you 37? No. And it keeps going till it finds a 37. So it has 11 steps to locate the 37, while in binary search it was located in 2-3 steps. Why? Because the algorithm is faster. And why? Because it is made of data structure that is more efficient than the array. It's made of a tree. Okay, and what is a tree? If you look here, you will find a tree is very similar, like you have a root of the tree, and those are the children, and this is another root, and those are the children, and this is another root, and those are the children. So 4 is like a grandfather, and 2 and 6, they are the fathers of 5, 7, and 1 and 3. So assuming that I want to locate 5, what do I do? 5 is bigger than 4, so I go to the right, not the left. And then 5 is less than 6, so I go to the left. This is the data structure of the tree. Once again, in this course, we will study classes and objects, and this will be after 2-3 lectures from now. We are studying designing in classes. We didn't cover this in 106. And this design will be translated into C++ coding in classes, into C++ classes, objects, and the relationship between them together. So OOD, we will express them in UML. OOP, we will express what we have designed in UML, we will express them in C++. So OOB, object-oriented programming, OOD, object-oriented design. And this is how UML is drawn into. So basically, those rectangles, yes, anyone wants to speak, please speak.
Doctor, what does
Yes,
UML
I'm sorry for
mean?
interrupting.
Excuse me?
What does UML mean?
I have to leave now.
Yeah, sure, you can. We're finishing in 2-3 minutes, Adam. Okay, what's UML? It's a universal modeling language, and it is the language for designing classes and the relationship together. I don't want you to read UML right now. I'm just giving you an idea. So this picture has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 classes. And those lines are the relationship between classes. I'll just tell you what did I understand from this. I just want you to understand the high level concept. We will have lectures for UML. So I am a client, I have an order, and each order has an invoice, and the client wants to go for a holiday by a plane, and then the holiday at a certain hotel, and this hotel has some rooms, and this hotel was reserved by an agency, and if you want to reserve a car, then you reserve it through a car rental reservation. And each class has some methods and some variables as well. Once again, I don't want you to understand the details of this. We will have lectures about data structures, lectures about UML, lecture about algorithm. All I want you to know that in this course, we will study 3 things, which is data structure, OOB, /OOD, and algorithm. And this is the OOP part in C++. So, final word about the course. We will be able to code fast algorithm. We will do them via an enhanced data structure. And this is the course content. And it's also lectures for OOB/OOD at the first month, followed by data structure and algorithm for in the rest of 2 months, like trees, like linked list, like searching, like shortest path, etc., etc. And we will use Savage, and we will use online material, and we might be using the book of Islam Halim. We might omit one topic from here, that's fine, based on some time constraint. So finally, I'm very sorry for being late in this lecture, but I was enjoying your discussion about Pac-Man and stuff like this, so I'm sorry for being late. A warm welcome once again, and thank you very much. And unless you have any question, I always stay after the lecture when I finalize the questions with you, unless you have this. So thank you very much, and see you on Thursday. Thank you very much.
Thank you, doctor. I have a question, please. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, you can stay till people leave.
She wants to ask a question.
Stop.
Yeah, you can ask.
The assignment you were talking about, doctor, are you gonna post it today?
No, not really. I'm going to post it probably at the end of this week, the beginning of next week.
Okay, and next session we will like start the material, or
no, we'll start the review. So we'll have 2 lectures for reviewing 106 again.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
It works on the computer, right? So that's perfect.
Yeah, any other question?
Yeah, do we need to download any program? I already have Visual Studio. What else do I need to download?
Well, whenever there's something to be downloaded, like Qt and like UML, UML is an online thing. You don't have to download anything. But you may want to download Qt, so I will give you the URL for this at its due time. So for now, you don't have to download anything other than Dropbox if you don't have Dropbox.
And what about Savage? I think you talked about Savage.
Yeah, I have the PDF. I have the PDF on the Dropbox, and I will put it as well on the Blackboard as well. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
دكتور هو I بس كان عندي